Hi everybody, it's Tim. This is going to be my very first video blog for the new blog site, and let's just jump right in and say, why do this? What is the point of doing a blog? So first of all, I would like to just say that everything you see here is going to be related to my work at Evangelical United Church of Christ. That is to say, you won't have to sift through top 10 lists of my favorite music of the year, or pictures of my adorable daughter, or messages to my old college friends, or anything like that. If you want that, you have Facebook. But this is going to be specifically directed toward the work of the youth and Christian education programs of the church. There's a tagline that you'll see at the very top of the blog page that says, information, conversation, transformation. This is the threefold purpose of what we'll be doing here. First, the information. I will be conveying that to you through video clips like this. There will be hopefully one a week or so. And then from those video clips, you will then begin a conversation with each other and with me. From the content that is presented, that will hopefully generate discussion on the comments underneath each post, and we can treat this like a conversation. And all of this ultimately should lead us to transformation, to be transformed by what we talk about, the feelings, the thoughts of others. This will be about our young people and about the ministries of our church, and we will ultimately aim to transform them by all of this, as each of us take our part in being that ministry in their lives. So hopefully all of this information, conversation, and transformation will also transform our relationships with each other and our relationship with God. I'm not here just to see myself on a video screen. I am not doing this for me. This is not about me. It's about all of us. I'm sending this out not because I have all the answers or because I have access to books or authors that have all the answers. But what I'm doing is trying to start discussion, trying to see if you will add your own input, which is just as valuable, if not more valuable than mine, so that the connections between all of us can be strengthened as we work together in a way that benefits all of us. So why the blog? We covered that. Why the video blog, though? And some have called that a vlog, V-L-O-G. I'm not going to do that because that word sounds harder to get out than the word blog. Neither one of them really roll off the tongue. But we're just going to call it a video blog. Why the video, though? This one's easy to answer. I think we're a video-based culture. We are a visual culture. We like to see things. We don't read the written word as much as we look at the screens in our life. The movie screen, the television screen, the computer screen, our little phone screens. I think that if I want this to happen and to happen well, the visual is the medium to use. So I will still use the written form, the bulletin inserts, the Wednesday envelopes for the school, special youth and education mailings, things like that. But I'm interested in supplementing that with the visual, with me on the screen for you to see. And you can do that anywhere you want. A lot of you use video on your phones. You can do that anywhere you are. You can, be in your PJs if you want while you're watching me talk. So I think a lot of my words that I craft for my mailings get lost in the shuffle, so hopefully a video might be a little more convenient for you to watch. Each of the blogs will be directed, each of the posts on the blog rather, will be directed towards one or more groups that have categories listed underneath or off to the side menu. Parents and guardians, volunteers, and youth. In the beginning of each post, I'll try to say who it's for if you don't just catch the categories. That way you don't have to waste your time if it's not one that would be interesting or pertinent for you. In some cases, a lot of times, what I'll want to say will have to do with all three of those groups, and of course I'll let you know that as well. So let me break down each of the categories. Parents first. Parents and guardians, uncles, aunts, grandparents, whoever is raising the child in the home setting. These are the people whom I will be addressing in this group. I've wanted to have a weekly gathering of training sessions for parents, but that's not as practical. A few years back, I organized a weekend on-site retreat at the church to discuss parenting techniques, to go over some cultural things that are involved in our young people's lives. It was a great time, but it was, I would say, underattended because we're also busy being parents. It's hard to stop long enough to get together and to find an hour or two even in our schedule that's not already booked. So it's not as practical to try to coordinate a weekly meeting or a weekend retreat because we're so busy shuffling ourselves or our kids from place to place. With a video blog, though, I can assemble and present information in a way that I might do in a weekly session or in a retreat format. So you can consume the same kind of content, but on your own time. And as you absorb and reflect on what's being discussed, you can contribute your own stories, your own thoughts, your own experiences, and we can sustain a conversation much like a discussion would be at a meeting or a retreat. So that's the parents. Then there's the volunteers. Now, with this group, I'm talking mostly about people who give of their time through the church, or I suppose the school as well, to help our young people, to lead our young people. This might be Sunday school teachers, youth group volunteers, chaperones for trips and events, things like that. But those who are having an impact on our young people through our education and youth ministry programs. Now, this will usually involve something like instructional material, something to benefit the experience that you have in the classroom or in the youth room, how to best prepare yourself, or how maybe to communicate effectively with the age group you're working with. But it's also going to be inspirational stuff, things that might be reminding you why you're doing this in the first place, helping us to see the importance of our role in their lives, something to build up our own spiritual lives, things like that, or any combination of instructional and inspirational material. There's a lot of stuff I've got. Hopefully I can incorporate that into something concise enough for these video clips. So the third group would be the young people themselves, the teens, the youth, the older children perhaps. I'll have something that I might want to say that would be possibly a follow-up to a Sunday school lesson or a follow-up to a youth group discussion. These are the kinds of directions I would go in if it's just aimed at this group. There's things that I might want to give content-wise just to them. And you're, of course, welcome to listen in on those as well, but you might not be as interested if you're one of the grown-ups that isn't a part of those ministries. So that's the three groups. Sometimes I may also work in announcements, either in the video, probably towards the beginning, or underneath in the printed stuff that you see on the blog page. And with each of these, I do probably have some personal experiences to share from my ministry years, or now my 4.5 parent years. But mostly what I'm here to do is to share some of the stuff from the experts, I guess, the people who are the real professionals that oversee curriculum and published books and things like this, authors, experts in the field. I have lots of parenting material, lots of encouragement for volunteers, and books for and by teens. All of these kinds of things I love and I want to share with others, so that's going to be a part of this as well. I'm very excited about this. I'm trying to gather up all the emails of the parents and the volunteers so that they can be notified about this. I think it's pretty easy to participate through the WordPress system. There's ways you can follow this and get email notifications. If you need any help with that, please email me or reply on this blog. You can always get me at euccyouth, Y-O-U-T-H, at yahoo.com, or you can find me on my Facebook page, Tim Sandifer. Okay, I'll be doing my best to start this up for real, not the instructions like I did here, but the real content stuff in January. It's a new year. Hopefully this will supplement that and all the ministries that we do at Evangelical. Thanks for listening. See you soon.